Did you know that kidney disease is currently among the fastest-growing causes of death on a global scale? Perhaps even more alarming is a startling statistic from the medical community. 90% of people living with kidney problems have no idea that their organs are struggling. Our kidneys are incredibly resilient, often laboring in silence without showing any obvious symptoms until they are under extreme duress. By the time many people notice that something is wrong, the damage has often progressed to a critical stage. This is why it is absolutely essential to learn the hidden language of your kidneys, especially those signs that seem completely unrelated to your lower back. To understand why these signs matter, we first need to appreciate the incredible role these two small, bean-shaped organs play. Tucked away on either side of your spine, your kidneys act as your body's natural, high-tech filtration system. Every single day, they process your entire blood supply multiple times, sifting out toxins, excess water, and waste products to ensure that harmful substances do not accumulate in your system. But their work goes far beyond simple cleaning. Your kidneys are also master regulators. They maintain the delicate chemical balance of essential minerals like sodium, calcium, and phosphorus. This balance is what keeps your bones strong and your muscles functioning smoothly. Furthermore, your kidneys are a primary control center for your blood pressure. They manage your body's fluid levels and produce specific hormones that tell your blood vessels when to constrict or relax. They even produce a hormone called erythropoietin, which signals your bone marrow to create red blood cells, ensuring every part of your body receives the oxygen it needs to survive. When your kidneys begin to fail, every one of these vital processes is thrown into chaos. This can lead to a cascade of issues, from bone weakness and chronic fatigue to life-threatening high blood pressure. Because the kidneys can lose up to 80% of their function before you feel sick, early detection is not just a recommendation, it is a life-saving necessity. In the parts to follow, we will uncover the 8 unusual signs that your kidneys are crying out for help, starting with the subtle changes in your physical appearance. The first strange sign that your kidneys are struggling is a condition known as edema, or more simply, unexplained swelling. You might notice a strange puffiness under your eyes in the morning, or find that your socks are leaving deep indentations around your ankles by the end of the day. This happens because when the kidneys fail to filter blood efficiently, they cannot properly eliminate excess sodium and water. This surplus fluid has nowhere to go, so it begins to leak into your body's tissues, causing visible swelling in the feet, legs, and hands. Furthermore, the kidneys are responsible for maintaining levels of a protein called albumin in your blood. When the kidneys are damaged, this protein can leak out into your urine. Without enough albumin to hold fluid inside your blood vessels, the liquid escapes into the surrounding areas, creating that characteristic puffiness. While swelling can also be linked to heart or liver issues, it is a primary red flag that your internal filtration system is failing. The second sign is a specific type of persistent fatigue. This is not the standard tiredness you feel after a long day at work or a poor night's sleep. Instead, it is a deep, bone-weary exhaustion that does not improve even if you sleep for 10 hours. There are 2 reasons for this. First, as your kidneys lose their ability to filter, toxic waste and impurities begin to build up in your bloodstream. This toxic overload makes it difficult for your body to function, leaving you feeling sluggish and mentally foggy. Second, remember that the kidneys produce the hormone erythropoietin, which is responsible for creating red blood cells. When kidney function drops, so does the production of this hormone. This leads to anemia, a shortage of oxygen-carrying red blood cells. Without enough oxygen reaching your muscles and your brain, you will feel constantly weak and dizzy. Simple tasks, such as walking up a flight of stairs or preparing a meal, can suddenly feel like running a marathon. If you find yourself struggling to concentrate or feeling unusually cold and tired, regardless of the weather or your schedule, your kidneys may be struggling to keep your blood oxygenated and clean. The third sign is perhaps the most direct indicator of kidney health: changes in your urine. Because the kidneys are the primary producers of urine, any change in its appearance or your bathroom habits is a message you cannot afford to ignore. One particularly alarming sign is foamy urine. If you notice bubbles that linger in the toilet, looking similar to the foam you might see on scrambled eggs, it is a strong indicator that you are leaking protein. Healthy kidneys keep protein in the blood. When the filters are damaged, protein spills into the urine. Additionally, keep a sharp eye out for blood in the urine. It may appear as a slight pink tint, a deep brownish hue, or even purplish. Blood can indicate anything from kidney stones and infections to the early stages of kidney failure. You may also notice a change in frequency, specifically a sudden need to get up multiple times during the night to urinate. This happens because the kidney's filtering units have been damaged, creating a constant, ineffective urge to go. The fourth sign is one that often leads people to the wrong specialist: shortness of breath. It is natural to assume that if you are struggling to breathe, the problem lies in your lungs or your heart. However, kidney failure can cause breathlessness in two distinct ways. First, when the kidneys fail to regulate fluid, that excess liquid can back up into the lungs, making it physically difficult for you to take a full breath. This often feels like a drowning sensation, especially when you are lying flat in bed. Second, the anemia caused by kidney disease, the lack of oxygen-carrying red blood cells, starves your body of the air it needs. Even without physical exertion, you may find yourself gasping for air or feeling winded after walking a very short distance. If you are experiencing unexplained breathlessness alongside swelling in your ankles, the root cause may be sitting in your lower back, not your chest. Recognizing this connection early can prevent a respiratory crisis and point your medical team toward the true culprit. The fifth sign that your kidneys are in distress is dry and itchy skin. While many of us reach for moisturizer to solve skin irritation, persistent itchiness can actually be a sign of a profound mineral imbalance. Your kidneys are responsible for maintaining the perfect ratio of calcium and phosphorus in your blood. When they can no longer do this, your skin can become parched, flaky, and intensely itchy. Furthermore, as waste products, specifically urea, build up in your bloodstream because they aren't being filtered out, they can actually crystallize and cause irritation from the inside out. In advanced cases, this can even lead to a change in skin color, giving the skin a yellowish or brownish tint. Dermatologists often discover kidney issues simply by noticing skin changes that don't respond to traditional creams or allergy medications. The sixth sign is a very specific and unpleasant sensation: bad breath and a metallic taste. This is more than just a lack of oral hygiene. When the kidneys fail, the level of urea in the blood rises, a condition known as uremia. When this urea breaks down in your saliva, it releases ammonia. This causes a persistent, foul odor on your breath that brushing and mouthwash cannot fix. Many patients also report a metallic flavor in their mouth, often described as if they are sucking on a copper coin. This metallic shift can make food taste bitter or unappealing, leading to a sudden loss of appetite and unexplained weight loss. Your body is essentially trying to process a rising tide of toxins that have nowhere else to go. The seventh sign involves your rest: trouble sleeping. If you find yourself tossing and turning or waking up frequently throughout the night, your kidneys might be to blame. When toxins are not properly filtered out of the blood and remain in the system, they disrupt the body's natural internal clock and chemical balance, making it difficult to fall into a deep, restorative sleep. There is also a strong link between poor kidney function and sleep apnea, a condition where your breathing repeatedly stops and starts during the night. The resulting lack of oxygen not only leaves you exhausted the next day, but also puts additional strain on your kidneys, creating a dangerous cycle of declining health. If your sleep has become consistently broken and you feel poisoned by fatigue, it is a clear indicator that your internal filtration system needs an urgent checkup. The eighth and final sign is not just a symptom, but a dangerous duo: high blood pressure and diabetes. These two conditions are the leading causes of kidney failure worldwide, accounting for nearly 70% of all cases. They create a vicious, self-sustaining cycle. High blood sugar from diabetes acts like sandpaper on the delicate microscopic filters inside your kidneys, scarring them over time. Meanwhile, high blood pressure puts immense physical strain on the small blood vessels in the kidneys. As the kidneys become damaged, they lose their ability to regulate your blood pressure, causing it to climb even higher. This creates a snowball effect, where the damage accelerates rapidly. Because both high blood pressure and diabetes often have no symptoms in their early stages, they are the ultimate silent killers. If you have been diagnosed with either, monitoring your kidney function is not optional. It is a critical part of your survival. The good news is that kidney disease is often manageable and even preventable through deliberate lifestyle choices. The first and simplest habit is intelligent hydration. Aim for 4 to 6 glasses of water daily to help your kidneys flush out waste. However, be mindful that more is not always better. Drinking excessive amounts of water can actually put unnecessary strain on your filtration system. Second, be extremely cautious with over-the-counter medications. Non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, such as ibuprofen, are notorious for causing kidney damage if used frequently or in high doses. Always consult a healthcare professional before making these a regular part of your routine, especially if you have existing health concerns. Finally, your kidneys thrive on a healthy cardiovascular system. Regular exercise, such as walking, swimming, or cycling, helps maintain a healthy weight and keeps your blood pressure in check. Combined with a diet low in processed salt and refined sugars, these habits form a powerful shield for your kidneys. If you are over the age of 60 or have a family history of kidney issues, request a simple blood and urine test during your annual checkup. Early detection is the only way to stop kidney disease in its tracks. By listening to the subtle signs we've discussed and taking proactive steps today, you are ensuring that your body's silent sentinels can continue to protect you for a lifetime.